Hi everyone, it's great to be back here with Sally from Queenbeestyling. We are resuming our vlogs, our fashion vlogs, which is all about reconnecting, decluttering fashion for mothers and reconnecting them with their style. And this time of year I think is a really interesting time, this kind of transition between winter and spring, where we're sort of slightly coming out of our cocoons. And we did a vlog last year about denim, which I think is such a staple for so many of us. And Sally and I are going to talk today a bit more about denim, and which I think reflects so much about us all being such individuals and finding the right thing for us. So that's what this is all about. This whole journey that Sally and I are taking, hopefully taking people on and taking ourselves on, is discovering our own individual style as mothers and making it easier for us to dress, to wear things that reflect our own self, and recognising that we're all different. So when you put something on, if it doesn't work for you, it's absolutely fine. Just find the thing that's right for you. So I'm here with the lovely, lovely Sally.
Hello, it's nice to see you again.
It's so good. And we're here to share, we hope, just some information, some tips that can really benefit, especially if you don't have the opportunities, because we know how that is to not pop out to the shops, to try things on. So we really hope that there's some good tips and information here for you. So we're going to crack on about denim. So I'm going to pick Sally's brain about denim this season. I love the way we've moved on from skinny jeans and we're into something a bit more comfortable.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
So where we're at, what are your tips at the moment for denim, Sally?
Okay, so last time we spoke, we talked about the fact that it has moved, the denim style has moved on from skinnies. That doesn't mean if you really love skinnies you can't wear them, but I do think you should consider updating your jeans now, and hopefully you've seen lots of lovely new styles around. But as Louise said, denim is just like any other area of clothing. You have to find your own style. You have your own unique body shape. So don't compare. Don't worry about your size. Just find the right ones for you, because I can guarantee there will be a new pair of jeans for you out there. So it's really building on what we talked about last time. Moving away from skinnies, moving away from jeans with lots of stretch, moving away from finer denims into slightly coarser, what they're called rigid denims. So they don't actually have as much stretching and they are heavier. They remind me of the jeans that I had back in the 80s and 90s, so that shows my age, obviously when I was extremely young. But let's just talk through a few of the styles that are coming through.
Yeah. And I think, again, before saying much, I think the whole point, again, and I keep noticing, it's so individual. All our body shapes are different. So if you try something that doesn't work, it doesn't matter. Not to be dismayed, is just find that right pair that works for you. Okay.
So we are in Topshop, because Topshop actually have, in my view, one of the best high street ranges. You obviously can pay more expensive for jeans, and Selfridges have a very good designer denim range, but I think in terms of new contemporary shapes on the high street, Topshop do have some really good styles, and they are good value. You can also get good value jeans from places like Uniqlo and John Lewis, but we decided to go into Topshop because, like I say, they do have a very good selection. So I just thought I'd update on these. These are the straight cut jeans. So we mentioned these last time, but they are still massively, massively popular. And the good news is you can actually have hips and a slight tummy and still wear these. So they're not they're not just for uber skinny people. And these, I love the wash in these. You can see that they barely move. They are a rigid denim, which in actual fact is really good for holding you in. So they do sort of hold you in a little bit in the tummy area. The update on them this year is this whole button front, which I love, and you can get them in various different washes. We talked last time about just the raw hem on the jean, and I've actually, with lots of clients, just chopped off some of the hems on their jeans, and it makes so much difference. And in fact, we were talking earlier about body shape, and where your jeans actually fall on your ankle and on your leg really, really makes a difference. So they look a lot more contemporary now. I don't know if you can see my jeans.
Yeah, I'll show you, because we've both got, and we were just talking about this earlier, the difference when you've got turn up. Let's show Sally's.
So
there we are.
So with these jeans, I've actually just done a
slight turn up. And where are these
from,
Sally?
These are actually Levi ribcage jeans. I've got quite a long body, so actually the rise is quite high on these, and you can see they are quite a heavy denim, but they do sit very, very high. They sit quite high on my waist, but they do, like most of the jeans, they have a slightly rounded cup here, and the legs are just wider and baggier than we've been used to previously. And as I was saying about the hem, I'm just going to show you, if I put this leg down like this, you can see that doesn't look quite as flattering as if I've got it just slightly turned up. So it's quite easy to do. You can either chop your old jeans if you want to, or you can actually just roll them up. So I've just rolled these ones up. And in fact, we did the same to Louise as well. So, Louise,
I've got on, actually you just need to pull it down just a bit. I've got on some boyfriend jeans from John Lewis. We'll keep links to all of these, and you'll see that Sally just said to me just earlier, just turn them up a little bit, and it did make such a huge difference to actually how they look. So I think some simple things like that can really kind of make a tweak, but you may already be doing it, but that was just one of the kind of points that we were talking about. Sally, a couple more pairs. So at the moment we've mentioned Levi's and/or from John Lewis. These are Venice Beach
boyfriend jeans. And they're actually a finer cut denim than some of the boyfriends. Than some of the jeans here we're showing, which are slightly thicker, rigid ones. So if you prefer a slightly finer denim, then those would be the ones for you. And they do come in 3 other different washes. So
I really like them. They're very comfy. They seem to be unavailable online at the moment, but in store. So you can always ask in store.
Yeah, I have seen them in store. Okay, so we're just going to move on to some of the other style jeans. This is the editor cut jean, and you can see we've already tried it, so I'll just... Okay, so this just sits sort of slightly higher on the waist than the straight cut jeans, and it just has a slightly more narrow leg shape at the bottom, but actually it is, again, it can be quite a flattering jean. It sits quite fitted at the waist, and it is quite slim on the leg, although it does kick out a little bit. This jean is all over Instagram, and I've actually tried it on with a few clients, and it's fitted really nicely, so it's definitely worth looking at. Again, it is in this whole sort of rigid denim, and there seems to be more of the normal sort of turned hem at the moment, which I think is great. So,
and what's that jean called again?
This is the editor jean. So apparently selling out fast, but they have got them in quite a few different washes. So worth looking out for.
Okay.
And then the other thing that's happening in denim is this whole sort of baggier leg shape. So this one is actually a boutique one, and you can see it actually has quite a baggy shape, which is great if you hate jeans that are restricted, if you always like to boyfriend jean. This is probably the new update. This particular style is made for people that are really, really tall, which is great if you're tall and you struggle to get jeans for you. But they've actually dressed it out with quite a big turn up on it, so beware. If you have shorter legs, don't wear the turn up this big, because it just cuts off the leg and will make your leg look shorter. And I was actually with a client a couple of weeks ago, and we just hemmed it the other way and finished it off nicely, as opposed to having a big turn up, and it was far more flattering. So just beware of the turn up as they're styled here.
I think that's great. I think that's a really good selection of jeans, and just a kind of overview. And it's just, I think the other thing is for us to reiterate, which is the point of what our vlogs are often about, is it's so individual. So never to dismay if you pick up a pair and it doesn't work, but to keep trying until you find the pair, and then just keep sticking to those pairs. I've actually got 2 pairs of these and an or, but just because they fit and they kind of work.
Yeah, they look great.
So I think the point is with anything is just, this is all about finding your own style and not having to think too much beyond once you've found it.
Yeah, I think also moving from one shape of jean to the other is quite a massive shift out of your comfort zone. So what I would suggest is, go out, try a few pairs, and if you're not quite ready to buy them, just have a little bit of a think about them. Yeah. But I think fashion does evolve, and it's good to be current and stay fresh, because before you know it, you put on those skinny jeans and you feel a bit meh.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that happens with our wardrobes, where we're not refreshing and updating it. So I would urge you to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And if I had to summarise everything that's sort of happening in denim, I would say waists are slightly higher, legs are slightly fuller, which is good because it makes them more comfortable, and the denim is slightly heavier and more rigid. So I think if you can just combine all of those combinations and make the style flatter you, then I think you will have shifted your jeans out of your comfort zone, and it will make a difference to your wardrobe.
That's brilliant advice from Sally. And I've been talking a lot about moving out of your comfort zone, and I think, clothes can really reflect that. So if you can just keep trying, be really honest with yourself, also notice how it feels. If something feels good and you love it, then that's right. If it doesn't, then just wait until the right item of clothing comes, because it will be a long-term investment in your wardrobe, long-term, that when you pick out that item, you'll want to keep it, and it won't date for you. So thanks, Sally. Just a quick reiteration: out of your comfort zone, try some other shapes, and there's quite a few different styles on the high street. So we'll put all the links below, and we'll be sharing more vlogs about getting us all kind of fresh for spring, all ready for spring, and into summer. Thanks, Sally.
Okay.
We look forward to sharing more with you very soon.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye.